Welcome to a brief on Venuri. So, what exactly is Venuri? Well, you can think of it as a really thoughtful, privacy-first system that's designed to tackle chronic loneliness. And that's a health crisis, by the way, that's on par with smoking about 15 cigarettes a day. The entire system is built on one crucial insight. Just the feeling of being heard is 6 times more powerful for reducing loneliness than how well the AI performs. So, how does it actually work? Let's look at 3 key parts. First, it's all about stabilizing your inner world through reflection. This happens with 2 components. There's talk, which is kind of like a reflective AI partner. You can just get things off your chest without it giving you advice or judging you at all. And that feeds into safe, which is your own secure vault for your memories and reflections. The idea here is readiness, not immediacy, meaning you decide when you're ready to look back at things. Second, Venuri is designed to expand your real-world support, not replace it. A module called Connect helps coordinate with your trusted network, say your family or clinicians, by sharing key moments, but only with your consent, of course. Then there's a framework called Circles for moderated peer support. And if you need more help, it has built-in pathways to get you to verified professional services. And finally, the whole thing runs on a foundation of what's called reciprocal intelligence. It's a privacy-first approach that only looks at broad patterns, never your specific individual data. It follows 3 simple rules. 1, they always need your explicit consent. 2, your data becomes less detailed as the scale gets bigger. And 3, any value created goes back to you and your community first. Ultimately, Venuri is built from the ground up to constrain AI companionship and instead strategically expand your real-world support system.
Welcome to Talk. This is the brief on the Venuri Talk module. So Venuri is this new wellness system designed to tackle chronic loneliness. And at its very core is an AI component called Talk. And, it's built on a pretty radical finding that the simple feeling of being heard is 6 times more influential than any of the AI's technical performance. And that right there is why this matters so much. Okay, so first up, Talk acts as a kind of reflective, non-judgmental presence. Its main job is to help with emotional regulation, basically just letting you get things off your chest. What's crucial here is that it's completely non-directive. It's not going to give you advice or judge, it just accepts what you're feeling, which can really help reduce that emotional load. Second, it helps with what we call narrative stabilization. It actually captures the language you use and the things you prioritize, and then reflects them back to you down the line. It's like having an external memory, which really helps you maintain your sense of self and cuts down on all that rumination. And finally, Talk is the essential, low-pressure first step in the whole Venuri ecosystem. It provides this continuity of presence with 0 social obligation. That means no emotional labor, no pressure to reciprocate. It's designed to prepare you for real human connection later on, with features like Connect and Circles. By offering this deep, non-judgmental reflection, Talk transforms the simple act of feeling heard into the foundational first step toward sustained well-being.
Welcome to a SAFE, the secure core of the Venuri system. It's designed to preserve your most important memories and, put you completely in control of your data. So the Venuri system itself is built to help fight chronic loneliness and that digital stress we all feel. Think of SAFE as a user-governed vault for your whole life. It lifts that heavy burden of memory and planning off your shoulders so your personal story just never gets lost. Here are the 3 essential things you need to know about it. First, SAFE acts as your personal digital anchor. It preserves the story of who you are by pulling together your reflections, your health records, and future plans. This really cuts down on the administrative stress and cognitive weight, especially when you're dealing with something tough, like an illness or grief. Second, privacy is absolutely paramount. The whole thing is governed by you. You have complete control. You decide exactly who sees what and when. Crucially, it prioritizes something called readiness over immediacy. That just means the system delivers information gently only when you're truly prepared for it, instead of, overwhelming you when you're already stressed. Finally, SAFE serves as the foundational reference point for the entire Venuri ecosystem. It's what feeds that personalized context to all the other tools, informing your support network in Connect and powering your reflections in Talk. By structuring and protecting your personal history, SAFE transforms all that fragmented information from a burden into a reliable asset that truly anchors your well-being journey. Welcome to Circles. It's the peer support system you'll find inside Venuri. So, what is it really? Well, think of it as this crucial bridge. It takes you from just thinking things over by yourself to actually connecting with a safe, moderated community for real shared support. It's all about cutting through that awful feeling of being totally alone. So how does it do that? We've got 3 key things you need to know. First, connection is based strictly on shared experience. We're not talking about grouping people by job title. No, this connects you with folks going through the exact same challenge or tough emotion. That way, the connection is immediate and deep. Second, and this is so important, the design prioritizes your psychological safety. See, connection without any structure can just lead to burnout. There's not some wide-open social media feed. It's a genuinely moderated space with clear boundaries built to prevent what's called emotional contagion. You know, that feeling where someone else's distress just completely overwhelms you. And finally, it uses a stepped care model. This is key. Peer support is never a substitute for professional help. If your needs grow, the system has clear, managed routes to get you to verified professionals. By building support around shared challenges and clear safety rules, Circles ensures peer connection always has a safe pathway to professional care.
Welcome to Connect. Let's talk about one of the hardest parts of well-being. You know, the sheer logistical headache of trying to coordinate your support network. Well, Connect is the system that takes all those fragmented contacts, your family, your clinicians, and turns them into a reliable support structure you can actually lean on. First, Connect creates so much clarity by helping you set clear boundaries. It uses a private, protected contact list, your trusted circle, where you get to decide exactly what each person can see and do. This consent-based approach is just a game changer for cutting down on all that ambiguity and friction, especially during stressful times. Second, the system is brilliant at tackling your mental load, and it does this with a feature called Moments. A moment is really just a time-stamped event, like an appointment or maybe a shared activity. For any given moment, Connect automatically gathers all the relevant information for you, notes, documents, you name it, so you don't have to scramble to get prepared. And finally, Connect makes sure your support network is actually sustainable through low-pressure communication. This is what we'd call asynchronous connection. It means you can maintain those important relationships without feeling the pressure to respond immediately. It makes support truly reliable because it's structured around intentional roles and shared events. So, by doing all of this, Connect transforms your critical human relationships into a dependable infrastructure for your genuine well-being.
Welcome to Pathways, where we'll unpack the critical module of the Venuri system designed to turn your self-reflection into real-world action. So, first, what's Venuri? Well, it's a psychosocial support system built to structurally address chronic loneliness. And that's a really big deal, because we're talking about a health crisis that's on par with smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Pathways is the essential bridge here. It's what translates your inner insights into supported external engagement, real activity. So how does it actually do that? First, it validates holistic non-clinical support. You know how wellness services are often fragmented and they can sometimes over-medicalize very human needs? Pathways solves that by pulling all these scattered resources into one trusted place. And it actively validates things like social classes or physical activities as a core part of your health. Second, it's designed to prevent decision fatigue through smart curation. Instead of some overwhelming open marketplace of options, the system gives you a limited but really meaningful set of choices. This ensures that when you're ready to engage, the process itself isn't stressful or uncertain. And finally, it ensures you have seamless continuity of care. Pathways is the essential bridge that connects directly with all of Venuri's other components. It pulls context from your reflections in Talk, accesses records from your Safe, coordinates logistics through Connect, and provides a safe, managed way to escalate from peer groups in Circles to verified professionals. Pathways ensures your move toward well-being is not just a thought, but intentional and supported action.
Welcome to Continuum. So what exactly is it? Well, it's the core intelligence engine for the Venuri well-being system. Think of it as the platform's brain. Its whole job is to take on the public health crisis of chronic loneliness. It does this by turning our individual emotional experiences into broad, protected societal insights that can inform real decisions. So how does it actually work? There are 3 key ideas you need to get. First, it's a privacy-first intelligence layer. This is so important. It means Continuum isn't looking at specific people. It analyzes huge, aggregated patterns of interaction. It's turning all those individual micro-moments into one massive collective understanding, all without compromising your personal privacy. Second, The insights it gathers scale across 5 levels. It starts at level 1, promoting your own self-awareness. But then it moves up to help whole communities identify common stressors. It can even provide early signals to institutions, like your workplace, about issues such as burnout, so they can take preventative action. And finally, how do we know this isn't just surveillance? That's where the principle of reciprocal intelligence comes in. This framework has 3 core rules. 1. You must consent before any of your data is aggregated. 2. The data gets less granular as the scale gets higher. And 3. The resulting insight has to provide value back to you and your community before it benefits any institution. This intelligence engine is fundamentally designed to ground our decisions, whether personal, institutional, or societal, in protected, lived human reality.